So it looks like APOC is going to be pushing a cap. Both destroyers kind of hanging together, so not too surprising. But no scouting even from Danger. Looks like Danger's kind of hanging by his side. Wargen's doing a good of a job as he can to kind of cap out D. Looks like nobody's on D cap, and we see the first OP battleship that is going to be pushing kind of the bottom side of B. This is what I was interested to see if OP is going to do, and this is what they did in game 2, where they pushed in and then they cut off the lines for these guys. Now, if they push B and make these guys focus B cap, that means their destroyers can then push C and D, and they have the 2 caps, because D cap is very, very hard to take back because it's so far away. Just like that, OP is taking B and C. All the destroyers for APOC are on A cap, so they can't contend anything yet. And this is the advantage of having the 3 destroyers. If instantly, as soon as C cap is taken, they're taking D cap. So OP is going to go up 3-1 on caps, and that's going to add up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they know they could contest. They wanted to bring 2 destroyers to the cap they were going to contest in case they ran into 2 destroyers themselves. So bringing, 2 to B and 1 to C, that allows them to spread out. When you only have 2 destroyers, you don't have that option, so you're forced to kind of let them bundle up together. But they took A uncontested, so that's at least a step in the right direction. If they can go now and contest B and deal with that somehow, that can at least put them back in the game here. But right now they got to catch up because they are down by 1 point, and they need to catch up to that soon before that lead gets too big.
And instantly, Megadude is going to be taking at least 1 torp, potentially 2 torps on the side of Megadude. He's going to have to repair, so Kwangdu could get a devilish fire on Megadude in just a little bit. Akak and Quang are saying, hey, Megadude just took torps. They got the communication. These guys know what's going on. Any fire that's going to be on Megadude is most likely going to stick. Megadude trying to heal up a little bit of that, but 2 torps that early, and shots are already in. Another big hit, down to less than 30k. I don't know if that was an AP. I think it was an AP hit, and just 1 or 2 shells knocked him down to another 10k. Megadude already this early in the game in a bad spot health-wise.
Look, this is not Megadude's first time getting beaten up. Okay, like this is par for the.
He knows what he's doing. It's all part of the game plan.
Yeah, this is his job, is to take a lot of damage early and then all of a sudden come back in the middle of the game and win it. So I think APOC's playing their normal strategy. I don't see any issue with this. Let Megadude take all the damage he wants.
He's the quote-unquote tip of the sword right now. Akak and Kwangdu trying to get him down. Megadude's on sitting on a fire right now, and that's all he can do. He's just got to accept the fact. I'm surprised we haven't seen a decap, and maybe you're going to say, well, just wait. But we haven't seen a decap yet from OP because they know it's not contested, because they know where the destroyers are. So I assume we'll see a decap relatively soon, but we know there's a destroyer on B for OP, and we know there's one on C. Interesting to see where the third one is, and just like that, look at this little sneaky guy down here, never forgotten, going in to try to take away a cap from him.
Yeah, well, I said MF is actually on the other side. He could not push into that little gap there to try and take D because there's just too many planes, too many other ships. Raytheon was right there. If he got spotted, he would have taken a lot of damage. So he opted to take the long route. As he said, he knew there's no pressure, there's no time. They're ahead. Let him take the long routes. He went down south along the G line to come back up around 9 and 10 to go retake D. So he's just going to take his sweet time. And as a destroyer with the Lo Yang, if he runs into another destroyer, he's going to be fine. But as he said, he knows that everyone's on the other side of the map, so he feels he can just take his time to just get over there when he needs to. And he's still going to beat that Atago that's coming that way. Unfortunately, I don't think Raytheon's going to beat him to the punch. And even if he does, I think the Lo Yang has a really good chance of chasing him off that point and just taking it back anyways. But right now, this is really looking solid for OP. They just need to take 1 more to clinch this series and get 3rd place in that 20,000 doubloons. But it's still anyone's game, as we saw last time. It ain't over till it's over.
Right now, APOC is in trouble. They are Megadude down to about 18k. He is repairing a little bit, but he's about to be done. Sterling and Archer taking 2 torp hits from Never, so he's down to about half life, which can be easily just 1 salvo. More torps coming in from Megadude. He's like, give me a break already, come on, because he just ran out of those fires and he had to sit on 2 of them. Looks like he may be able to dodge this a little bit, and get some Euro beats for this guy. He might actually take one, and that could potentially be the math for Megadude. 1 lucky fool. Shin down relatively low. I do not like APOC's positioning right now. They are in this alleyway. They're in a torp alley. We know Never's down there. Never can literally just sit there, launch torps, and he knows he's at least going to have 2 or 3 ships to hit. I think APOC's positioning, Shin taking more damage, 3 fires. Hopefully he has repair. Actually, just 1 wore off. APOC's in trouble right now. I don't even know how they recover from this. Decap's being taken away as well, and I honestly just don't know what to do. Looks like they've got a nice little fight over. Let's go to Raython really quick over on Decap. Looks like we got a fight between a couple ships. Raython losing it to Chris right now. Actually, Raython's getting picked down to about 18k life. He is repairing. He is healing as much as he can, but Chris is pushing him in. He's got almost double his life pool, and Decap is also getting taken. So Chris and a destroyer picking on Raython. MF Jones trying to fight off those planes, but Chris is just gonna, if he gets a fire on Raython, Raython's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I saw that. MF was moving in there. He got some support from the Atago and Chris, so they could really chase off Raytheon. He really didn't have a choice to get out of there in his Atago. So right now they've got both of them. But you can see definitely it's not over yet. APOC is now taking back seat with their destroyer. They have the ability to get 2 caps in here and try and even this out. But right now it's still almost over a 200-point lead in favor of OP. So they're going to have to do something serious to really deal some damage. And right now you look at the health totals. They've actually done a lot in the last few minutes. Dort taking some damage, Akax taking some damage. Never is obviously still sitting around about 9-10k health.
We jump over to Rasky Rabbit really quick. Rasky Rabbit making a big push right now, trying to send into torpedoes, but they jumped on him as fast as they could. Rasky Rabbit down from full life to 80k. We just missed Shin going down as well. Shin going down. Rasky Rabbit throwing 4 of 5 torps from a torp spread into an island. The island's definitely dead, but didn't quite achieve as much as he wanted to. Rasky Rabbit down pretty low, and he's about to be spotted by this plane, just trying to bail away from that situation. That did not turn out as he planned. I don't think he quite knew that those guys were going to be that close, but they absolutely jumped on that advantage to put in damage to one of the destroyers. Shin's down, so APOC's down one of their battleships, and I still don't like APOC's positioning right in between the A and B cap. They're in this torp alley, and Rasky is on fire, and I don't even know if he has a repair, taking down to 33,000 or 3,000, taking more shots from Grey Baron. Grey Baron getting really aggressive. General Dort sending shots, 2,200. Grey Baron keep putting shots, and there is the Cyclone. Was this planned?
Hey, also Fratstar just took a bunch of torpedoes in the that smoke down there, so some of that damage did actually get taken. It did actually come to fruition finally. But really, great job.
Down goes Mega Dude as well.
Oh wow, Akak, General Dort, and Fratstar all hanging out in the smoke cloud, just being able to deal damage pretty much until they got flushed out with those torpedoes. But here comes the Cyclone, as you said.
That's too funny. And looks like Rasky Rabbit down about 2,200 life. We're going to be seeing OP taking a cap away within seconds, I believe, because Rasky Rabbit can't contend because he's so low on life. He's got to be careful even going on top side of B. Kwangdu moving up. Ice Serpent, the only remaining battleship besides Kedis, and Kedis is way over on the other side. Let's switch over to Kedis really quick, but we're about to see a good fight going on right now. Kedis moving in. Ryu taking damage from MF Jones. And looks like some torps are coming in for Kedis as well. That was a weird animation right there. Ryu taking at least 1 torp. Kedis is going to be taking a torp. Ryu, just barely missing another torp. Kedis is just completely surrounded right now by aircraft. And this game is not looking good for APOC.
Yeah, I mean, Sterling's low, and everyone on APOC is low. OP has managed to share that damage around very, very well. Almost look at all the battleships. They're almost exactly at the same health level. Quang, General Dort, Akak, Fratstar, all are almost the exact same health total. That's a great amount of health sharing, and that's exactly what you do not want to see on APOC. You want to see one of those ships with all those damage, not it spread across 4 different ships. So that's going to be their problem right here. And it looks like, oh no, Sterling just disappeared because of that storm, man. We can't see anything here anymore. It's really starting to come up strong right now and really hurt visibility.
Things are starting to slowly disappear. Down goes Rasky Rabbit. OP is slowly disappearing too. Ice Serpent pushing to B all by himself, and he can't see a soul. We have vision on one last destroyer, but he's gone now. We can't see anybody from OP. Kedis is pushing around the corner on C-Cap. Ice Serpent is saying, what the heck do I do? I can't see anybody. I know there's 3 battleships less than 10 kilometers away. If he's spotted, what happens?
He's literally Ice Serpent just got spotted. Dort just took a torpedo, but now, I mean, you have to be within 6 kilometers to spot another battleship. Oh no, that's a serious problem.
Ice Serpent at least he's putting in some good damage against these battleships, but it's 3 versus 1, and these guys do not miss. He's got General Dort, he's got Kwangdu, he's got Fratstar. These guys are all monsters in their roles as whatever they're playing, and within 3 kilometers, he's getting hit by 3 ships, secondaries. I think the secondaries alone could probably take him down. Maybe looking for a situation where he's going to try to potentially get a 2-for-1, but right now what Kwangdu and Fratstar are doing is they're kind of spreading out their shots. So no matter where he goes, he's going to be broadside to something. And Kwangdu just sitting there saying, "Hey, you're broadside to me." Ratstar saying, "Hey, you're about to be broadside to me." Iceberg going right down the middle, and there's nothing he can do about it. Down he goes, perfectly played by OP. The Cyclone, we got about a minute of that Cyclone before that game. I think that game was just, I think APOC's positioning was not that good. I think they set up in that small little torpedo alley and never was able to punish Sterling with his torpedoes, a bunch of other shells coming in, just singling out battleships by OP. OP doing a much better job at trading health pools, and APOC, I think, from pretty early on, just not able to kind of recover from being down 3 caps to 1, because if you get on a 4 cap map, if you're way off on one side, it's really hard to kind of recover because you're especially both your destroyers are so far away from the rest, so that it takes a while. I just think OP just owned them on this map, and I don't even think OP lost a ship, did they?
No, once again, OP did really, really strong and did not lose a single ship. They're definitely getting down low on health for 1 or 2 of their ships, but their battleships were just such great HP sharing. Just in general, everyone had a little bit of damage, but not that much. And obviously not the case for APOC. A lot of guys took a lot of damage early. Of course, poor Mega Deathman from moment 1, he was getting blasted pretty badly. But in general, man, great game from OP. APOC did a great game as well, but unfortunately, they are now knocked out, and they are in 4th place, whereas OP is now our 3rd place winners, I believe, correct? And they just earned 20,000 doubloons for their whole team.